Good morning. After a pretty good night's sleep last night.
Now turn right onto Pa-hay-okee Trail East.
After a pretty good night's sleep last night here in Naples, we are headed out on our way to the Shark Valley Tram Tour at Everglades National Park. So we got a couple hours before the tour, so we're going to get heading in that direction. And if we come across anything interesting on the way, we'll stop and check it out. Come along with us. All right, we are at Everglades National Park, Shark Valley. We are going to take the tram tour and see what's out here. Come along.
I'm Ranger Rachel. Also with us is our driver Ben, who's going to be our #1 wildlife spotter for today. The cartoons have lied to us our entire lives. Alligators are not green, they are black. They will bother you if you don't bother them.
right, so that is the tram ride at Shark Valley, taking us back to the observation tower, and you know, just enjoying the ride and learning a little bit. So on the way back, we're gonna go the same way we came, so I don't know how much more I'll have to show you, but if I do, I'll show you what's new. Stepping back into this Boardwalk trail, really get a break from the wind, and the temperature goes up quite a bit. Really nice though. This Boardwalk trail is right by the visitor center, so once you finish with the tram tour, you can slide down here and walk this. That's what I chose to do. Nice boardwalk. There's also a really nice tram ride. Good breeze. Very cool, lots of nature and wildlife to check out. Well, it seems that we've reached the end of the boardwalk, at least the end of the accessible boardwalk. So, time to turn around and head back. It's a short walk. Yeah, it's a do it because you're here, not a do it, not to go out of your way to do it. If you're not doing the tram tour, don't come to do this. Well, I enjoyed this stop quite a bit. This was a nice area. I feel like I'd been to the Everglades when I was younger, very young, but I don't remember it. But I definitely had not done that tram ride before. I definitely had not been out to that observation tower. The views out there are amazing. The tram ride provided a lot of great information. Overall, Shark Valley, good visit. We're gonna move on to Flamingo now and see what we can find over there. One thing that they do have here at Everglades is some EV chargers. They have a couple spots here in the lot. You do need to pay for these. This is a Blink setup, and I have a Blink card, and that's how I was able to activate this. But I would not have been able to do this with my phone because I have no internet connection out here. And I'm on T-Mobile, so maybe your mileage might vary if you're on a different carrier, but with T-Mobile, you will not activate these with your phone. That wraps it up here at the Shark Valley Visitor Center. Ooh, there is a line of people waiting to get in here now. Holy cow. Ooh. Wow. There is a monster line of people waiting to get into the visitor center. So, get here early. Wow, get here early. Should have got a picture
In 500
of
feet, turn
the
right
sign
onto Southwest 8th
on the way
Street.
in. Oh, I think I still can actually. Let's do that real quick here. Just gotta dip over here. Try not to get myself in trouble. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, we're gonna turn here we're gonna wrap it up. That does it for, holy cow. So many, wow, get here early, folks. Get here early. This is nuts. Oh, I'm scared for Flamingo now. We'll see what we get. So here at Royal Palm, we got the Anhinga Trail, the Gumbo Limbo Trail. We're gonna start on the Anhinga Trail. You get a nice little spot to relax and get out of the sun briefly, because there's not a lot of shade out here. Fortunately today it's a little cloudy, so got plenty of shade. You know, another thing I'd probably super suggest is that you bring the map with you when you come onto these trails, because I didn't, and so I don't know where I am. But we'll figure it out. There's a lot of people here. I don't think I can really get lost. I have to imagine that I made a left back there, I'd end up where that guy is standing over there. Just have a different view on this. Maybe I'll find out shortly. Yep, we're gonna go back. We're gonna see where this takes us. Pretty sure it's gonna be where that guy was, but we're gonna find out. After a little downtime due to a rain shower, we're gonna check out this Gumbo Limbo Trail. The short one. Let's see what it's got. It was Royal Palm State Park. That's why it's the Royal Palm Visitor Center. Well, this trail is paved, technically. I don't know if it's like wheelchair accessible. Definitely could use to be repaved. I'm glad that I waited for the rain to end so I could come back here and check this out. This is a really nice little trail. Not animals, but vegetation. This is not what I expected to be back here. It's pretty neat. You know, it's really crazy to me that the alligators, I guess, don't come back here. Because I haven't seen any. Yeah, maybe they just don't like the trees and stuff, but I don't know. There were so many just not that far from here. But here, there's none. Should probably keep my eyes peeled for snakes, though, because on the tram tour back at Shark Valley, the tour guide basically said that the premise of the Craig Robinson show on Peacock, that I can't think of the name of all of a sudden, but it's one where he's like trying to capture pythons in order to get money in the Everglades. It's a real thing. They really do that. Because pythons have been a problem in the area. It's illegal to own them as pets now, and they pay people to go out and capture them. So maybe we'll get lucky and run into a python out here. Hopefully it will know that I am not food for it. This palm tree out here. Also, I think it sounds like it's raining again, but I'm not feeling anything down here, so maybe this is the place to be in a storm. I don't think it was raining again. I think that was wind blowing down water from the previous rain, because I just hit an area where it was wide open. It's sunny. Yeah, I can hear that breeze. Can you hear that? This opening here used to be the road to get from Homestead to Flamingo. Kind of wild. I couldn't imagine driving through there. I think it said it was built in the, let's see here, 1915 to 1922 to build it. So 7 years to build the road. Doesn't say when they stopped it, but sure is kind of interesting. Couldn't imagine driving through here. That'd be quite wild. What's kind of crazy is this was supposed to be a short trail. I think it's 4/10 of a mile, so I didn't imagine this was going to take very long. And there's no wildlife back here, but the vegetation is just amazing. Keep stopping and looking at things. And a lot to see on a very short trail. Well, I am coming up on the end of this trail though, which will wrap up our time here at the Royal Palm area. We're going to move on, heading towards Flamingo. So we'll pick it back up over there. You know, one thing I feel I should mention that I didn't really get a vibe for in all of my research was just how far, well, let me rephrase that, just how big Everglades National Park is, how far apart things are. You know, from Shark Valley to Royal Palm was more than an hour. It's at least 45 minutes from Royal Palm to Flamingo. You know, it's time consuming. So come prepared for that. I don't know that I did. I didn't really build in enough time to do all the things I wanted with the driving and the downtime from the showers. So, you know, something that is good information, and I feel like I should share. So we're gonna pull over here at the Pa-hay-okee. I hope I'm saying this right. I'm sure that I'm not. Overlook, and check this place out because it actually looks kind of neat. So we'll see you there. Alright, so this is a short trail, 0.2 miles, all on a boardwalk. Alright, let's check it out. Yeah, this is a good little stop. Short walk. Really pretty. Nice boardwalk. Goes through some interesting stuff here. Our next stop here is the Mahogany Hammock Trail. This is a 0.4 mile, 35-minute boardwalk trail. All right, let's do it and see what we got. This one was a good stop. I'm happy with this. This is really pretty, really nice boardwalk through some really interesting vegetation. And it's not raining, so big win there. I do think I might have gone the wrong way. It seems everybody goes straight. They don't make that left back there. So I'm hitting a lot of people head on. But if you like to make eye contact with people, go left. It's a good time. You know, it's kind of interesting, the difference between when you're in the hammock and when you're out. When you're in the hammock, it's so cool, and it kind of feels like it's still cloudy, you know? But boy, as soon as you get out in the wide open, it's summertime, even though it's spring. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up on this spot. We're gonna move on, making our way to Flamingo. Hopefully we'll get there today. Well, this Guy Bradley Visitor Center is pretty nice back here at Flamingo. So initially I had planned, I thought I was going to try to stay back here. There's a lodge that's new, and a restaurant, and there's a marina over there with shops and stuff. But by the time I went to book my room, they were all sold out. So unable to stay back here tonight, which is part of why I'm kind of rushing today, trying to get everything in, because I won't have any time in the morning to make it all the way back here. So anyway, we're gonna hit a couple of the little lakes, little ponds on the way back. But we made it all the way to the end in Flamingo. Beautiful place. I gotta tell you one thing, the most important thing I can tell you though, just don't underestimate the size of this park. It is enormous, but it's beautiful, so it's worth it. This is the Westlake Trail, 0.4 miles, Boardwalk. Let's check it out. I do like whatever this material is on the floor. It's very sturdy. Some of these boardwalks have been a little soft. Kind that you're not sure if you're going to fall through or not. You know what I mean? Anyway, not this one. This one's solid. Now, I had imagined that this boardwalk was going to lead me to the lake. And I do know that it's 0.4 miles, but I thought it would be like around the lake. So far, no lake. Just a boardwalk through the swamp. We'll get to the lake eventually though, right? Got another split. We're going to the left. Oh, and the lake is this way. I just saw it. Woohoo! it's a good sized lake out there, but just a lake, just a big lake. So, nice boardwalk. Oddly enough, the walk to the lake is probably more visually appealing than the lake itself. But yeah, worth a stop. Not worth a stop. How's that? It's not worth a stop. It's worth the stop. Check it out. Well, that is the end of the Westlake Trail. That's going to wrap it up here from Everglades National Park in South Florida. A couple things I wanted to note. One, this place, you can do it in a day, but 2 days would be better. 2 days would be better. There's a lot of things I could do that I didn't do. Up by Shark Valley, there's a bunch of airboat tours. If airboats aren't your thing, at the Flamingo Marina, they have what I'll call slow boat tours. You can rent kayaks. You can do all kinds of stuff here. We did a lot, but we didn't do everything. So, and this was a jam-packed day. I left my hotel this morning a little bit before 8. It is 5:30 right now, and it says I'm going to be at my hotel for tonight in another 45 minutes. So, if you come here in the summer, well, it's going to be hotter, but also like you'll have more daylight. This time of year, the sun's going down about 6:30, so I am kind of fighting that. But also, it's not a bazillion degrees and 200% humidity, which it probably is here in July, if I had to guess. Anyway, it was a great time. This park actually exceeded my expectations. I had, I won't say low expectations, but I wasn't expecting to be as impressed and as blown away as I was with the nature here. For being a park that is flat, it's still pretty impressive. So yeah, Everglades, don't sleep on it. It's a good one.